we all know that as you go through life, relationships change. But what happens to your friendships once you get booed up? I know we have this conversation all the time. You know, maybe you have a friend who just stops calling as much, or they just don't, you know, make weekend brunches a priority anymore. Ladies, have you ever been guilty of doing this? And is it wrong for you to switch up once you found your boo?
You know, once I started dating, like, seriously, you know, that first initial, you got to spend time because you're getting to know that person.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I would do was I would do, like, at least every 2 weeks, I would do what I call a check-in with my girlfriends.
Yes.
And I would, like, kind of go down the list, and I would at least text them or call them, let them know that I was thinking about them. But things change, and you have to really understand. It's like when you married Israel, it was like, okay, I can't just pick up and call you all the time or expect you to go somewhere. So I think if we're true friends, we realize that, hey, you know, let them have their time, and then I'll check in with you, you know, just to see how you're doing. But I think it's both ways. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it changes. It does. I think there is a drastic change when you're in the initial in love moment. Like, I think in the very beginning of a relationship, or if you're a newlywed, it's totally different. And I do think that at some point it normalizes again, where you be like, okay, what y'all doing? Like, don't leave me out. I still want to be invited, though, even if I can't make it.
Well, I think it's like the first 3 months, you know, when everybody's in a honeymoon phase. Girl, just wait till month 6. She gonna be calling you back all the time. Getting on your nerves. You be like, go back with your man.
But do you feel some type of way?
Do I feel some?
Yeah.
No, because you know, let your friend get some and have
That's how I
fun.
feel.
And dress up for her man so she can stop getting on my nerves and need me to take her everywhere.
Exactly.
Okay? Yeah.
Well, if you get a new boo, here are some tips, okay? They say, first of all, identify the true friendship. Identify positive friends you can count on to uplift you in the new chapter. Set limits. Understand that after marriage, your priorities have changed. You may not be able to spend all the time with them. Make time for yourself. Now, that's where the key is.
Agreed.
It said take time for yourself outside of the marriage. Reaching out to friends could be that time well spent. And lastly, share and listen. Try not to monopolize the conversation with stories about your husband or your wife or drama. And don't compare your married life to the single life. That's what they say. So these just a few tips.
Great tips right there.
Definitely. So, but check this out. I saw an IG post that stated, we are a toxic generation that doesn't know how to build healthy relationships, and we end up throwing around phrases like, I don't owe you anything, instead of taking accountability of how we made ourselves feel. How do you ladies feel about that? Do you think this is true?
Well, I think that what you do always owe someone is respect. Especially if you better give me some respect.
Yes.
Especially if I put my name out there on the line for you, if I've gotten you a job, if I've looked out for you.
Yes.
Yes, you better believe you owe me something, because if you ruin my reputation and everything, you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah.
So we all owe somebody respect, especially if they look out for you.
I think sometimes people use this as a defensive mechanism. Because,
Really?
I think they'll say, I don't like, you ever do something for a friend and then but like when we do.
It's a cop-out.
Yeah, it's like, but whenever I do something for one of my friends, I'm not doing to say, you owe me. I don't think like that. But I do know that if I really went through something to get you a position or to get you some money or whatever.
Looked out for you.
It's like I just expect you as a friend to look out for me.
That's called reciprocal relationships.
Hey.
This is something for 2022.
Come on
yes,
now.
honey, I need my reciprocity.
I hear that.
My reciprocity. All right?
Yeah.
And them 3 syllables like that, okay? But you do. I, for the longest time, I would do so much for others, and then when I would expect just a little bit back, I would just get so angry. And finally, literally, my executive assistant told me, he said, you the one did it.
Because you think they did that because you were single?
Wow.
He would, and that's when I noticed it. I was like, you're right. It's like you've got to have friendships and relationships with people where there's reciprocity.
Do you think that they did that because they assumed you were single?
Or because of who I am. They don't think I need nothing. And I have to remind them every once in a while. Vivica Fox likes presents too. And for you to do and treat me.
I hear that.
Okay? Treat me.
Somebody said, I don't owe you nothing. She's like, oh, actually you do.
Yes, okay.
You do.
I'm not asking you to do big things or anything like
but reciprocate.
that. Do something.
Yeah.
Right. Put a little bit on the check.
Right, do something. Right, country.
hear that.
You know?
I feel like it's just one big
Lunch.
cop out.
We can go somewhere cheap. Just give me something. Girl, I'm thinking of you today. Come on now.
You live a game fine. See,
Right.
and then they be inviting other people. Come on.
Just
No.
happened to me, girl.
What? Do tell. What happened? There's a story
When
there.
I tell you they are never gonna go, ever invited, ever. And then, like, I kinda, you know how you like kind of Lynn it's like, okay, so this is the schedule. This is what we're gonna be doing Monday, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Now, we went somewhere and I had bought concert tickets. I'm hooking my girl up. We gonna
Right.
go and do it right.
Right.
And so we get there and I gotta, oh, by the way.
No.
Other
Yes.
people?
No.
This person brought other people to your situation and expected you to take care of
By the
not
way,
just her,
no.
but her and her people.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, 2022 Vivica was real nice
What?
because I would have told them all the way off in 1990. But in 2022, I said, so listen, why don't you go ahead and do your thing with your company? I don't have enough tickets for everyone, and it's making me uncomfortable.
Oh.
That was proper Vivica, child. Okay, I've grown.
Bravo.
Okay, that was good, right?
Bravo.
That was good, that was good.
And then the person had the nerves to go, oh, they weren't coming. I was going to come by myself. I said, that's rude. Enjoy your company. In all caps.
Well, there you have it.
In all caps. So,
Woo.
lesson for people out there, don't do that. If you've been invited somewhere, don't do it. Oh, by the way.
I have
Right.
6 other people with me.